And after an exciting 10-4 victory yesterday against the Licking County Sellers, your Xenia Scouts return to Grady's Field for the first time since Sunday to take on the undefeated Southern Ohio Copperheads. Hello, everyone. I'm Terry Lash alongside my broadcast partner, Lance Morris. And Lance, we're about to start here, but quickly, what an exciting game we had last night. What can you say about the Scouts in that one?
Well, it was a great third inning for the Scouts. Wasn't so great for their opponent. The Settlers had a lot of errors in the field, but the Scouts found ways to take advantage first time season.
And Lance, what is the side coming up here for the Copperheads?
The Copperheads, it will start off with their shortstop, Trevor Azil. Number 12, Grant Warble, their right fielder, will be after him. And then Brent Impemba, their left fielder, will hit third.
And on the mound for the Scouts today will be John Crawford. It is his first game of the season. Has a ball on his first pitch. Winds the pitch. And that one's in there for a strike. Catches the inside edge for a 1-1 count now. Crawford is a lefty from Sinclair Community College down the road in Dayton, a Bowling Green State University transfer. Count is now 2-1 after that pitch goes high. And that one goes low for a ball. Now it's 3-1. And here comes Crawford's 3-1. And that one is high as well. So first batter he faces as a Scout is going to walk on first. And Trevor Ezel is going to easily get on for the Copperheads. This is a battle between a 5-1 and an undefeated Copperheads team leading the league at 5-0. And here comes the pitch. Coming out to the plate now will be Grant Rubel. Was betting .444 this year for the Copperheads. That one goes low. Count is now 1-1. So Ezel over there at first base. And that one goes high for a ball. Count is now 2-1. That one high as well. Count is now 3-1. Rubel from Georgia Tech. Ezel over there first at the leadoff walk, and he's running. And that's going to be back-to-back walks here for Crawford. Let's start off this game, so an inauspicious start for the new starter. I think his nerves, Lance, it might be looks like he has some control issues out there.
Yeah, you got to think it's just nerves. Like we mentioned, this is his first start with the team. He just got into camp on Monday. Hasn't been all around all that much. Apparently he has another job that he's balancing on top of playing with the Scouts. So I think it's just a little bit of nerves, and hopefully he can settle down quickly.
Now coming up to the plate for the Copperheads to be Brett Impemba from Oakland University in Michigan. Runs on first and second. No outs here on the top of the first. Swing and a miss. Impemba misses out that one for strike number 1. Count is now 0-1. And here's the second pitch. That one's low and away for a ball. Count is now 1-1. Scouts in a little bit of trouble here on the top of the first inning at Grady's Field on a lovely Thursday afternoon. Great day to come down to the AIA Sports Complex and catch a ball game. 1-1 count for the lefty Crawford in his first start. Swing and a miss. Gets a swing again the second time at this at bat. So 1-2 here for Mpemba. For still trying to get his first strikeout as a scout, and that one is going to be lined just foul. Fouled on that third baseline. Would have gone for 2 in the corner, most likely. Might have sent it on home. A couple of runs. Crawford avoids that one.
Yeah, definitely got lucky. That one just hung foul.
Blue skies in the background. It's game start about 7:05. Here goes the 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be popped up. Kyle Carnahan trying to run it down in foul territory, and he does so right at the wall. That'll be the first out of the game, and the first out as a scout for John Crawford.
Good job getting his first out of the inning, but with the force at third, he's going to have to hopefully find a way to get a ground ball, turn that into a double play.
Here, that's to be a perfect situation as Ryan Rippey comes up to the plate. Batting 167 this year. He's from Southeast Missouri State, one of 4 Southeast Missouri State players on this Copperheads team. Runners on first and second, both walked on by Crawford to start the game. Lefty versus righty battle here as the first pitch goes inside for a strike. John Crawford going up early. Here goes Ryan Rippey. This will be the 13th at-bat of the year for Ryan. He's playing 3 games, and that one catches the outside corner. So quickly down is Rippey. 0-2. Crawford would love to get a strikeout here and limit the damage. Got those runners on first and second. It's an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch, and gets him swinging. First strikeout as a scout for John Crawford.
Yeah, he went right at Rippey that time. He's in the 4-hole, only has a 167 average, so he's been struggling a little bit, but nonetheless, Crawford got opportunity for his first strikeout of the year.
Now coming out to the plate will be Will Salter. Salter's a catcher from Michigan State. Spartan's a righty. Here comes the pitch outside, 1-0. But he's usually playing backup. Will Salter gets the start at catcher today. That usually goes to Grant Rubel, who's playing right field. And here comes the 1-0. That one's foul backwards. Counts now 1-1. Runners on first and second here for Crawford. Top of the first inning here at Grady's field. Here comes the 1-1. Gets him swinging. Now it's 1-2, and Crawford trying to work out of the jam he put himself in with those 2 walks to start the game. Trying to sit down batters. 3 and 4 here. Here comes the pitch. Outside. Count is now even at 2-2 with 2 outs. The wind starts to blow a little bit. Going left to right. And here comes the 2-2. Gets him swing. And that'll do it for the inning. As it was dropped by Gomp, picked up, thrown to first, and dropped third strike. It's going to be the second strikeout of the game for John Crawford. Lance looked pretty good out there after that shaky start.
Yeah, I think we were exactly right on that one. It appeared to be just some nerves. First couple batters, like you said, he walked both Izell and Verbal to start the game, and then was able to get Mpemba to fly out into foul territory, then struck out Rippey and Salter to end that top half of the first.
So now the Scouts will come up. They had a huge outburst yesterday, scoring their highest total of the season with 10 runs. Lance, who's the side coming up for our Scouts?
For the Scouts, it will be just about the same lineup we had yesterday. Only difference is that David Gaunt will be catching instead of Zach Wiley. Everything else exactly the same. It'll start off with center fielder Levi Gilcrease from Baylor. After him will be Lee Solomon from Lipscomb down in Nashville, Tennessee. And then after him, it will be one half of the Washburn duo in Kyle Carnahan, the third baseman, had his first home run yesterday in the fourth inning.
And just nearly missed the second one, Lance, as it just drifted. I mentioned a little bit ago, a little bit of wind. Now we got a lot of bit of wind. As you look at the trees above center, swaying back and forth in the background. Old Glory in right field. Got a lot of movement. As we're going to have to hold on to our papers here in the press box. Starting pitcher today for Copperheads as it gets really windy here. It's about to storm. Here comes the rain. I don't think you're going to try to last this one out. We'll see what the umpires do. We do have field turf here, so I guess it's a matter of lightning or not, but a whole lot of wind. And it looks like the umpire's going to at least call a rain delay here. As everyone comes under the stands.
Doesn't look like the umpires are going to stop this just yet.
They might be trying to wait it out. Maybe it's a quick storm here. As we just mentioned, all field turf here at Grady's field. So it's not like we have to worry about grass or dirt or any of those other things that most baseball fields have to deal with. And the official, the umpire, just calls everyone back to the dugouts. So we are under a rain delay. So we're going to take a break until we come back. And when we do, it will be the bottom of the first inning. Scouts out to bat.
Is there a way to pause it or do we have to stop it? There's a way to pause it. That'd be perfect.
Let's see what the
Oh, it's just a little cotton shower,
You
yeah.
don't even really have to open the window if you want to.
Hey.
And Lance and I are back here at Grady's Field. It was about a 15-minute rain. It is 7:27 now. The game got started right around 7:05 between the Copperheads and the Scouts. In that top of the first inning, it was John Crawford making a start as the Scout walked the first two batters. Looked like he was in a little bit of trouble, but then he really settled down, Lance.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. He walked his first two batters that he faced pretty quickly. Didn't throw too many strikes. Was really seeming to struggle with his command, but then he was able to get number 3 hitter Brett Pemba to fly out in foul territory. He was able to strike out his next two batters he faced in Rippey and Salter to end the inning, leave 2 guys on.
And Lance, who the Scouts have coming out for the side after that long delay.
So like I said, it's pretty much the same exact lineup as the only difference is on the defensive side of things. Dave is in at catcher. Zach Wiley has moved to DH, and it'll be starting off with Levi Gilcrease, the center fielder, Lee Solomon, the shortstop, and Kyle Carnahan over at third.
And here comes the pitch to Gilcrease, and it is fouled away. Count is now 0-1. I have to see if the rain has any effect. We have field turf here at Grady's Field. Lance and I were talking. I'm not sure if it's going to make it a little more slippery. I will look for the feet placement of some of these players. Now one's high and inside for a ball to Gilcrease. Count is now 1-1. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Foul back towards us into the netting. I'll make it a 1-2 count. Lance, who is on the mound for the Copperheads?
For the Copperheads, it is Jake Rudnicki.
And that's going to be swung on, hit over towards foul territory, and it's going to be put away right before the head dugout. That was a great play to get over there, extend that left arm by Ted Williams. Excuse me, that was actually Charlie Waters at first base. So one down here for the Scouts as Lee Solomon comes up to the plate. He shows bunt and goes across for a strike. Solomon had a great day yesterday, 2 for 4 at the plate, batting .333 on the year. Here comes the 0-1, and that's going to be blooped over to right field and in play. So Lee's going to get a single. Good after that time by the Copperheads, but they were unable to get to it.
Yeah, on that one, it was just a nice little bloop single, and you gotta. Sometimes you don't always have to hit the ball hard. You just have to find where you need to, and that's exactly what Solomon did for that base hit.
Yeah, sometimes it's all about placement, Lance. And coming to the plate for the Scouts with Kyle Carnahan. He homered yesterday, also doubled, and it gets hit by a pitch. So Carnahan will stroll over to second base, and with 1 out. Here at the bottom of the first, Scouts have runners on first and second.
I feel like that's at least the 3rd time he's got hit by a pitch this year.
It seems like he has just a giant target staying on top of one of those giant red arrows. Constantly hovers over the head of Kyle Carnahan and says, "Hit me," because he has been, like you said, Lance, hit by multiple pitches this year.
He got hit by 2 in the second game against Lima, so that's at least his 3rd time being hit by a pitch this season.
That's going to bring up David Gaunt. David Gaunt, the catcher from Washburn. Gaunt's batting .280 on the year. And 25 at bats, the most on the team. First one goes there for a strike. So 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Scouts on first and second. Here has the 0-1. It's a curveball that doesn't break far enough to even up at 1-1 from Rudnicki. So 1-1 count. And it looks like Solomon's going towards third. They're going to try to throw him out. Safe! Lee Solomon steals third base. Shows off that blazing speed as Will Salter tried to gun him down, unable to do so. So now Scouts have runners on the corners.
It's hard enough to steal second base when they're a little farther away, but third base it's right in the catcher's wheelhouse, so great speed there from Solomon.
Swing and a miss from Gaunt. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Yesterday, David went 1 for 4 with a walk. He did have a double in that contest. And now it's going to be lined over to his right field, and that's going to break home a run. So Scouts strike first as Lee Solomon uses that stolen base to get to third base, and the single sends him home. So if one out here in the bottom of the first inning is 1-0 Scouts with runners on first and
So just like what Solomon did in his at-bat, that's pretty much the same thing David Gaunt did. Had a nice little blooper into shallow right field for a base hit and was able to score the first run of the ball game.
So here comes the pitch, and he's going to line it over towards right field. And that's going to be easily put away. And that's going to be 2 down here after Grant Rubel got a hold of that one. So 2 down here with 2 on and a 1-0 score for the Scouts. That brings up Lincoln Reed.
Yeah, Lincoln struggled in last night's contest, went 0 for 5 at the plate, one of 2 Scouts to get a hit yesterday.
He came into yesterday batting .357, down to .263 now. Here comes the pitch to Reed, and he fouls it backwards, a little behind on that one. Count is now 0-1. Lincoln is a veteran Scout. This is his 3rd year in Xenia. Catcher from Taylor University. Used to go to Hillsdale College. The select pitchers Joe Chasen and Will Cruz on this team. And here comes the windup and the pitch. Now it misses down and away. Count is now 1-1 to Lincoln Reed. And here comes the 1-1. Lincoln checks. And it's going to be a ball. Count is now 2-1. Wernicke is a pitcher at Ohio University. So he plays in the same stadium all year round at Bob Wren Stadium that's the home of the Southern Ohio Copperheads down in Athens, Ohio. Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss by Reed. Evens it up at 2-2. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Scouts up 1-0. Looks over at second base. And Kyle Carnahan. Swung up, hit right up the middle towards second. And a great tag. Expertly applied by Calorie as he picks it up, and then a swinging backhand type tag on David Gaunt. I think he could have easily got Lincoln Reed at first, Lance, but still an athletic play nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a strange play as he lined that one back up the middle, and Calorie did a nice job ranging over to grab that ball and made the decision to try and tag David Gaunt instead of going over to first for probably what would have been an easier out. Don't have to worry about applying a tag or anything. So a little bit of an odd play there, but same result nonetheless.
And that's going to bring up the Copperheads, who are down 1-0 here, going to the top of the second. Lance, who's up for the side for the Southern Ohio Copperheads?
For the Copperheads, it will be Chris Osborne, their center fielder, then Charlie Waters, their first baseman, and then Ted Williams, not the guy who used to play for the Red Sox, the third baseman for the Copperheads.
Yeah, I believe he's still frozen somewhere, Lance, so it will not be Ted Williams. 1-0 lead for the Xenia Scouts. They got those 2 hits in the bottom of the first inning. One from Lee Solomon, who came around to score. He stole from second to third, and it seemed like a good pitch to get called out on him because a lot of time, and I thought he was going to be gunned down, but he just showed the amazing speed. Will Salter, I thought, might be able to use his arm to throw him out over there at third, but I guess a good jump, great speed, and a great slide all combined for a steal for Lee Solomon, and then he was singled home by David Gaunt on that RBI. He came into the game leading the entire Great Lakes League in RBIs with 9, as another one is now in double digits with 10 on the year.
Yeah, so that was a great job by Solomon to get over into even better scoring position, going from second to third. And it was a combination of things. Has nice speed, of course, but had a great jump from second base to get to third base in time for that steal.
And coming up, as you mentioned, is Chris Osborne, another one of those players from Southeast Missouri State. He's the center fielder, batting over 400 for the year, so definitely a dangerous player. John Crawford, the lefty, struck out 2 in his first inning of work with the Scouts, also walked a couple. He winds and throws, and it's in there for a strike. It looks like we might see a bunt attempt from Osborne. So 0-1 now. Here comes the pitch. Inside and checks his swing. It's going to be a little too far inside. This goes for a ball. Crawford goes to Sinclair Community College, but originally from Bowling Green State University. That one's low. And the brown field turf. Count is now 2-1. So this is a battle between the top 2 teams in the league. Scouts coming at 5-1, and the Copperheads an undefeated 5-0. Here's the 2-1 inside from Crawford. Count is now 3-1. Winds and throws to the 3-1 pitch, and that one's high, so he starts off the second inning as he did the first with a lead-off walk to Chris Osborne. That's going to bring up Charlie Waters from Stetson University, the first baseman. We saw him make that nice play over there by the Copperheads dugout to put out Levi Gilcrease in the bottom of the first inning and start the game for the Scouts. Got a runner on first. Winds and fires outside. Good stuff there by Gaunt. He gets the start today at catcher after Zach Wiley got the start yesterday and did very well. So a runner on first. 1-0 count here. In the top of the second inning. 1-0 Scouts. Here's the 1-0. And that one just misses. Count is now 2-0. Crawford needs to gain his control or he'd be in danger of walking first 2 batters for the second straight inning. And pickoff attempt at first, but back in plenty of time. We haven't seen the speed of Chris Osborne on his very first pitch. He thought about laying down a bunt, so he might have some speed on the base pass. And here goes the pitch. Check swings, and it's a little high, so the count is now 3-0. And critical danger here for John Crawford. He's about to walk the second straight batter.